I know you guys have been waiting for the best top 10 list of the 2025 season, quarterback list, and here you go. I'm going to do this, no cuts. Never really done this before, so cut me some slack. But anyway, let's go ahead and start it off. At number 10, I'm going to put Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love. I'm a Packers fan, obviously. My biggest issue with him is he hasn't really shown us a lot outside of his great half a season his first year starting. The end of that season was legendary. He went on a great run, but this last year he wasn't really that great until the last half as well. And he still wasn't as good as he was the year before. He just got better. So I want to see some improvements, or I think next year could be improved. Like the year after next could be a improved year. Number 9, Brock Purdy. I really like Brock Purdy. I think he's been good most of the time, and I've always been a defender of him, saying he's not a system quarterback and he can get it done. But this last year, I think kind of leaned into a lot of people's points of him being a system quarterback with a lot of his players getting hurt, and he just was not the same. The 49ers didn't make the playoffs. Didn't even really look all that good most of the year. Number 8, I'm gonna have Justin Herbert. This could hurt a lot of Chargers fans' feelings, but I genuinely don't think he could be any higher. I guess he could go above the guy I have next on the list, but I have a good feeling about the guy I have next on the list this year. So, Justin Herbert, my biggest problem with him is he's been pretty good in the regular season all the time. I mean, he generally is putting up great stats, but he hasn't really made the playoffs a whole lot, and when he has, he had literally one of the biggest chokes of all time. So I don't think there's really a whole lot you can argue on that. It sucks, but that's just how it is for him. Number 7. A lot of people probably going to swipe right off this video the second I say this, but I think this guy's going to have a huge comeback year. He's generally been great in his career. Never really had a ton of bad seasons except maybe the last 2 years. Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to have a big comeback year with the Steelers. I think he probably hears all the things people have been saying about him, and he's probably very fired up about that. I think there's been lots of years in his career where people have started calling him washed. Back 2015, 2016, people were kind of calling him washed because he wasn't throwing 40 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And then, boom, he won a few MVPs shortly after that, like 3 years later. So I think he's probably got a chip on his shoulder, but he is a little old. He might not be that good this year. But I have high hopes. Steelers have a pretty decent offense. Number 6, Jaden Daniels. A lot of people probably worried about the sophomore slump. Not me. Jaden Daniels was super dominant last year. Not really a whole lot you can argue about it. He was one of the best rookie quarterbacks of all time. I think he had the most game-winning drives of a rookie quarterback. Maybe not even a rookie quarterback, like of all time in a season. I think he had like 5 game-winning drives. It's crazy. He had a great year. He had a Hail Mary. I mean, dude, it's just, he had a great rookie season. Not a whole lot you can say about that either. Number 5, I have Jalen Hurts. I thought it was a little low maybe just because, he's been in the Super Bowl the last 2 out of the last 3 years. But I don't think he's as talented as these guys. And I do think the squad he has around him helps him make it to those points. But I'm not saying he's bad. He's still a top 5 quarterback. I just think these guys have more talent than him, and they just throw the ball a little bit better than he does, unfortunately. Number 4, a lot of people are probably going to be turned up about this too. Joe Burrow. I just don't think you can put him above these 3 guys. Even though he is the only one that's shown he can dethrone Patty, I just think his team didn't even make the playoffs last year, and these other guys, they've made sure their team gets in the playoffs no matter what. I will say his defense is terrible, so probably not on him as much as these other guys, but I don't know, he had a great year, arguably could have won MVP, and yeah, not much else to say about that. Number 3, Lamar Jackson. A lot of people probably think this should be switched, but Lamar Jackson plays much worse than Josh Allen in the playoffs. He's been better the last few years, but I don't think you can even really compare it at this point. Lamar Jackson is a regular season merchant. He doesn't even put up good stats in the playoffs. So you can't even say that he's getting screwed over by his team most of the time, except maybe last year where he still made 2 game-changing plays that if he didn't make, Ravens probably win. So they would have never been in that position with, Mark at the end. So I had to put Lamar at 3. I'm sorry, Ravens fans. Number 2, Josh Allen. I think he's consistently, always in there battling with the Chiefs, to try to get to the Super Bowl. But Patrick Mahomes literally is his dad. Josh Allen can't get past Patrick Mahomes, and I'm not sure if he ever will. Josh Allen might be the Dan Marino of the 2020s because I genuinely can't even imagine him beating Patrick Mahomes now in the playoffs. I can't see it. Anytime the Bills and the Chiefs play in the playoffs, it's honestly just a Chiefs dub in my mind. I can't see them getting the job done. Number 1. Haven't said his name yet, and I know everybody's going to be fired up because of this, but I don't even know how you can argue it. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league.
It doesn't matter that he's not throwing fucking 30, 40 touchdowns a year. He doesn't have to. The Chiefs have been to the Super Bowl 3 years in a row. And regardless of what people want to say, his team is not stacked as it used to be. He does not have Tyreek Hill anymore. Travis Kelce is fucking 40 years old damn near. And name a single good receiver they have out of that. They have guys that have had flashes. Xavier Worthy, flashes. Rashee Rice, flashes. But Patrick obliterated his knee last year, so I don't know. But they don't have any elite targets anymore, except Travis Kelce at the end of his career, but he showed that he's slowing down last year. And they still got to the Super Bowl. And I don't know, Patrick Mahomes to me, I don't know how people hate on him so much. I get that people want to claim refs, blah, blah, blah. He's a crybaby. Tom Brady was genuinely the biggest crybaby of all time. I don't know where this TikTok ball knowledge is coming from, of people acting like Tom Brady just battled through grit and determination and never had any calls go against him or whatever. Dude, Tom Brady had some of the luckiest calls of all time. Tuck rule a few years ago, whenever Patrick Mahomes' first year in the AFC Championship game, dude, he threw that god-awful game-losing interception on the offsides. Bro, and a lot of people try to claim that, he threw a bad pass because he knew it was offsides. No, he didn't. He had no idea. The play started, the flag wasn't thrown for literally 20 seconds. And don't even get me started on the roughing the passer earlier in that game. Tom Brady just had lots of lucky calls. And people want to say Patrick Mahomes is worse than him, so much worse than him because Tom Brady never got those calls, and that's just not true. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady either, so don't get your fucking head in people get all worked up when you make a comment, dude. It's crazy. Patrick Mahomes, to me, is the best quarterback in the league. I don't know how you can even argue it right now. I think 5 of the last 7 Super Bowls he's been in. I mean, there's not really a whole lot you can say about that. But, yeah, that's the end of my list, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.